Hey guys, Level Cap here. Today we're going to nerd out about one specific subject regarding Star Wars Battlefront, and that has to do with Stormtrooper customization. You might be thinking, why the heck are you spending a whole video talking about this? And to be honest, I'm a little bit surprised that I wanted to address this subject in the first place, because when I first heard that people were upset that you could remove the helmets from Stormtroopers, I thought it was kind of a silly concern. But the more I think about it, the more I tend to agree with the general, I wouldn't say outrage, but the general discontent with the community over these customization factors, simply because there's 40 plus different ways to customize your Stormtroopers, and only 3 of those customization options actually have Stormtroopers or a trooper with a helmet on. You have the basic Stormtrooper, then you have a Scout Trooper, and then you have the Shadow Stormtrooper, which is the black version of the Stormtrooper, and I think you get them at the highest level, so it's going to take a while to unlock that one. Every other customization is basically a Stormtrooper without the helmet on. You've got guys, you've got girls, you've got a whole array of different looking Stormtroopers, and although it doesn't necessarily conflict with the canon of Star Wars, because these are not clone troopers, they are actually enlisted troops or whatever, we never really see the Stormtroopers without the helmets on, especially in these iconic battles that they're recreating from the original trilogy. So to see most of the Imperial team running around as helmetless Stormtroopers, for me, is going to sort of break that immersion. There's plenty of modified Stormtrooper armor that looks really cool and that fits right in with the Star Wars canon. It might not be directly from the original trilogy, but we've seen that DICE is already taking a little bit of liberty in regards to what your character can look like. They have the Emperor Shock Troopers, which you don't actually see in the original trilogy. They have the Shadow Stormtrooper, which is not part of the original trilogy. So if you start to pull from other Star Wars canon, there are plenty of customizable Stormtrooper armor options, and I'll go over a few of them right now, and you can see just how cool they are and how awesome it would be to actually have these in the game instead of just a whole bunch of helmetless troopers. Okay, so we have Stormtrooper, Scout Trooper, the Shadow Trooper, which are all cool options in game as of now. There's also the Shadow Scout Trooper, also known as the Storm Commando, just a black version of the Scout Trooper, looks cool. Then we have the Evo Trooper, which is basically just a bulked up Stormtrooper. He's got some cool gadgets. This would be some really awesome armor to include in the game for sure. We have Imperial Heavy Troopers. We have Imperial Navy Commandos. You could even add in various battle damaged helmets for just the normal Stormtroopers. You could have shattered eyepieces, burn marks or blast marks on the armor. This would be a very cost-effective way of adding in some variety. Then of course there's the 501st, Vader's like personal command of Stormtroopers, and they just have blue markings on their helmets. And you could kind of run with that idea. I mean, the clone troopers had red markings, orange markings, yellow markings, green markings, all different kinds of color markings to indicate what rank or potentially division that they were in. So you could just put simple coloration markings on helmets and not have to go through remodeling a whole bunch of different armor and changing up animations and stuff like that. It would be a very, very cost-effective and easy way, and probably not really break the immersion to any significant extent. Now, of course, there's a good reason as to why there's a whole bunch of helmetless Stormtroopers in this game, and that's because it's economical. Once they modeled all of those heads for the Rebel Alliance, you can then just copy and paste them over to the Imperial side. And you'll notice that the Rebels don't really look any different from the Imperials, which is kind of disappointing to a certain extent, especially given the amount of work they put into this game. Had they just gone a little bit further, I think it would have sold the immersion factor that much more. It's not to say that helmetless Stormtroopers are somehow going to ruin the game. It's just sort of an interesting decision given the amount of work that they already did on the game to sort of cut corners doing the whole helmetless thing. Anyway, that's my opinion on the matter. What do you guys think? Do you think helmetless Stormtroopers are going to ruin the immersion? Do you think it doesn't matter whatsoever? Do you even care about this issue in the slightest? As always, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap, signing off.